Jeff woke me up with a message that says Wisconsin doesn't know how to retail. So tell me about that, Jeff.
Kohl's they continue to just dazzle with pure idiocy. Now, to refresh, in January of 2022, Kohl's was turning down 3 different offers. There are 3 different groups trying to give them over $60 a share, and they're haggling and they're just bitching and stuff. And it's like clockwork. They absolute top ticked every one of their fundamentals. Now, if you're on the board of directors, you have a lot of information, a lot of kind of insider stuff. That's part of being on the board, is they share the secrets and open the kimono. It's precisely that offer was made. The earnings are down 90-some%. Revenue is down about 25%. Margins have gone straight to shit, and they might actually go cash flow negative. They actually might die. Like they need financing all of a sudden. There's a huge short base. No one expected anything from them, and yet they came out with a quarter that was just a train wreck. And so they're going to earn 60 cents versus $6 peak earnings in 2021, I think it was. So there's no real hope in sight. You kind of keep thinking that it's going to be a write-off year, but this is about the 3rd or 4th year in a row that they're expecting a really strong second half to kind of buoy this weakness that they're seeing up front. Near as I can tell, they exist just to be the return center for Amazon, which is not in fact a growth business, because Amazon's getting better at just picking stuff up for you. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Menards is a good local retailer. Culver's, I hear good things about them. There's the toilet company. The Packers are a scheme. They're also a stock scam, but that's a whole different podcast.
It's just a unwind.
Jeff is on fire. Yeah.
The unwind, to Berna's point though, right? I mean, is Macy's or Kohl's the worst board on earth? Because at least Macy's neither one of them has a strategy. Both their strategies are like, we're going to close stores and that'll make us more profitable. And look,
at least
we did a model without our bad stores, and we're so much better without our bad stores. Like, we'll be a really good company.
At least like Macy's has Blue Mercury, which is worth something, maybe.
Something, right?
And Bloomingdale's is still probably worth something. And
Sephora is still kind of working for
Square
Kohl's,
block
though.
at 34th Street is worth something, and they own some other real estate. Macy's is backed up by some good decisions between 20 and 100 years ago.
Right. Macy's chart looks terrible. That looks like it's ready to just take another keg dump down. Ugh.
I think the interesting thing, Jeff, and I haven't thought about this enough, but I wonder where the Kohl's sort of decimation, along with the Macy's decimation, like a lot of that sort of demographics and where young people go, and their last great generation for Macy's was probably the boomers, and even Gen X had moved into mall and Amazon. But when you think about something like Kohl's, is it Amazon's success with Amazon fashion? Is it Walmart getting its shit together on fashion? Is it Shein? And where is this customer? Because I was just reading that Forever 21, which is private, a very large retailer, and one that was just nailing it 10 to 15 years ago, everyone wanted to be them, is now closing almost all their stores. So like, where are people shopping for apparel that used to go to these places?
I'm just spitballing. There are so many places to buy shit now. And there's just an endless growth in the number of places you can buy the cheap crap that Macy's sells, that Kohl sells. It's fine. No disrespect to the champion sweatpant crowd. We talked about them going into Target. It's just the kind of product you can buy really literally anywhere. And I was thinking that when I was in Nordstrom in New York with my kid a couple of weeks ago, I'm thinking this is a fantastic shopping experience, this department store thing. But Nordstrom went upstream. They're a great private company, but because when things are down, the upstream's not so great. But when the Nordstrom's working, that's a differentiated shopping experience. It's a much better shopping experience than you're going to get someplace else. Macy's, Kohl's, they don't offer that at all. It's just that there's plenty of moldy stores I can go buy cheap merchandise in.
I must say that New York men's Nordstrom store, now also the main store, but the men's store is one of the most well-executed retail concepts. Like people who want to go into retail should go visit